Good morning from the ENCA Money Desk. Now, China has weighed in on the conflict in the Middle East, calling for a two-state solution. And unemployment in that country is also a growing concern, just as it is here in South Africa. Zheng Chunying joins us now from CGTN to talk about all of these developments. Zheng, thank you so much for your time this morning. There are continued developments in the conflict in the Middle East, and China came out as rejecting calls to condemn Palestine and saying a two-state solution is the only way out. What exactly does this mean, and how would this conflict impact trade relations between China and Israel?
Yes, as you said, China does reiterate its position that the fundamental way out of the ongoing Palestine-Israel conflict lies in implementing the two-state solution and establishing an independent state of Palestine. But also China says that it is a friend to both Israel and Palestine and has called on the relevant parties in the current conflict to remain calm, exercise restraint, and avoid further escalation. And when it comes to the impact of the recent events on trade relations between China and Israel, we know that since the start of the last decade, Israel has maintained a clear policy of promoting economic relations with China in the fields like innovation, investment projects, and trade. And this is not the first time, actually, that the bilateral relations has faced challenges. For example, the Trump administration did put some pressure on Israel to limit its relations with China in areas affecting so-called its national security, particularly investment, infrastructure, communications, data, and technology. But China still remains Israel's largest trading partner in Asia. And Israel also imports more from China than any other country and exports more to China than to any other Asian countries. If we look at the figure, we know that in the decade to 2021, the share of Israeli Asian exports bound for China rose from 25% to 42%. So it's widely believed that China and Israel will continue to seek economic cooperation that is good for both peoples, despite the geopolitical uncertainties. And according to some experts that I've spoken to, they believe that the two countries will hopefully work out a way to seek more common grounds when it comes to trade relations. Yes.
To some other news now, the latest labor force survey shows that youth unemployment in China, as in South Africa, is becoming a greater concern, and it's currently at 21.3%. What are some of the major contributors here?
Yes, exactly. The job market has been sluggish, honestly, over the past few years because of the prolonged impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. And also because of the global uncertainties, the lack of domestic demand, stuff like that. The new graduates entering the job market in 2023 still have not fully escaped these shocks. But it's also worth noting that the job market continues to improve and the economy continues to recover, according to the latest data. And the government has also announced many initiatives to boost the employment, including encouraging them to start their own businesses, including providing at least 1 million youth internship positions, increasing financial support for small businesses, encouraging state-owned enterprises to expand recruitment, and also assisting the entrepreneurial needs of college graduates and rural migrant workers.
So just a quick one, the State Council Information Office of China released a white paper titled The Belt and Road Initiative, a key pillar of the global community of shared future. Please tell us a little bit about this white paper and how this cooperation has contributed to resolving global development challenges.
Yes, we know that it marks the 10th year anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative, and that white paper says that the initiative is paving the way towards so-called shared development and prosperity. One of the biggest highlights of the white paper is the initiative's contribution to promoting all-around connectivity. That includes policy coordination, infrastructure connectivity, trade, financial integration, and closer people-to-people ties. Specifically, it says that under the BRI framework, Chinese and foreign partners have launched 20-plus multilateral dialogue and cooperation mechanisms in professional domains, including, railways, ports, energy, finance, and so on. And basic connectivity over land, maritime, air, and cyberspace is also in place, with 6 corridors, 6 routes, and multiple countries and ports. And thanks to these increasing connectivity, trade and investment has also been expanding steadily. The white paper says from 2013 to 2022, the cumulative value of imports and exports between China and BRI partner countries reached over 19.1 trillion US dollars, and that is an annual growth rate of 6.4%. And besides BRI, participating countries have also jointly promoted cooperation on industrial capacity, also expanded cooperation in traditional industries and emerging industries, including digital economy, new energy vehicles, AI technology, 5G technologies, and so on. That's all from me. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that information, and many thanks for you for this morning. Again, that was Zheng Chunying, our CGTN correspondent. Back